his native Republic of the Congo to France with intentions of being a soccer player. His fights have been in France. He's fought twice in Poland, once in Monaco. He fought in the Ukraine, fought in Germany, fought in South Africa, fought in Russia, but has never fought in the United States. He's had to learn the sport at the professional level. Very short amateur career. He calls his style mobile, lively, and proactive. So, Steve, let's talk about his keys to victory.
Will do, Barry. Boxing's tuck rule, which Ngumbu too often ignores, keep your chin up and you'll go down. Ngumbu's balance isn't the best, especially when he throws his right hand, so he can't fall in. And finally, Ngumbu's an animated, high-energy fighter. He needs to maintain that style and that energy all the way through the fight.
And we'll see if he can do it here. He comes in wearing a Democratic Republic of the Congo soccer shirt. He was a soccer player, as we said. Did not start boxing until the age of 18. So he's had to move quickly along in his career. Polish flag, and it signifies the presence of Andrej Fonfara. What is called, for all intent, a home game tonight here for him in Chicago. He's had 26 of his 28 professional fights here in the Chicago area, 6 of them right here in this building, actually 13 of his fights in this building. He has built a huge following here since arriving from a suburb of Warsaw. It was easy to feel at home here. Chicago has the largest population of Polish people west of Warsaw. He's now won 13 fights in a row. That was prior to tagging with WBC champion Adonis Stevenson. We told you about that fight. He had Stevenson down and in trouble in the 9th round, and now he's looking to add a W to that. So let's talk the keys to victory for Andrej Fonfara.
Barry, these are two outside fighters. Fonfara will stay in control if he moves Ngumbu back with the jab. Fonfara is an easy target when he stands flat-footed right in front of his opponent. A little side-to-side will help. And finally, hey, Andrew, it's not illegal to throw a left hook. Fonfara needs to employ this punch much more than he usually does.
All right, with that, we are set to go to our main event of the evening from here in Chicago. So once again, we'll take you up to the center of the ring and the ring announcer, Chicago's own Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our featured bout. It is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing in the light heavyweight division. Brought to you by Warriors Boxing in association with Box Promotions and Showtime, along with their great sponsor, Fitcrea Servicios Financieros. It is sanctioned by the Illinois State Athletic Unit. Our 3 judges scoring on a 10-point must system will be Scott Dexter, Mauro Di Fiore, and Michael Pernick. When the bell rings, our referee in charge, the 3rd man in the ring, will be Celestino Ruiz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from the UIC Pavilion here in Chicago, Illinois, this is our Showtime Boxing Special Edition main event. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the blue corner, he's wearing light blue trunks and weighed in at 175.5 pounds. A native of Kinshasa in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. He is now making his home in Blagnac, France, and has a professional record of 33 wins, 5 defeats, with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Doudou Ngumbu. And his opponent across the ring in this main event, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He's wearing white with red trim and weighed in at 176 pounds. Now living And representing the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois, he is a native of Białęki, Poland. His professional record consists of 25 wins, 3 defeats, 1 no contest, with 15 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the number 6th ranked contender in the world by the WBC, Andrew, the Polish Prince Fonfara.
Chief second. Sam, Chief second. Okay. Got your mouthpiece? Okay, guys, gave you guys your instruction in the dressing room. Let's keep it clean, fight fair, fight clean. Touch up, good luck to both of you guys. Touch up.
The numbers tell us Fonfara's 3.5 inches taller, but his reach advantage is only a half inch. Both of these light heavies like to stay outside, so that reach is important for Fonfara to be the aggressor. Rules, same as the first 2 fights, no standing 8, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the ref can stop the fight. The fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. 4 rounds, Barry.
All right, so 2 nice guys, really. Enjoyed our conversation with both these guys yesterday. Fonfara, really solid guy here in the city of Chicago, really has adapted. This is his hometown, and the town has adopted him. Fonfara fighting for the first time here in the United States. And to say that he's excited to be here is to make an understatement, as you said.
After watching bantamweights, is it me or do these guys look absolutely huge?
Step back. Don't hit behind the head, guys.
First time in the United States, of course, I meant.
Don't punch. Step back. Keep your head up. Stop. Hey, listen. Watch your head. Let's go, box.
Fonfara needs an impressive performance tonight.
Step back.
And he needs a definitive win because coming off that loss to Stevenson, yeah, he put him down. He almost pulled out the upset, but the fact is he lost. He lost most of the rounds in that fight. So he wants to prove he's worth fighting.
Don't punch. Step back.
And it really is a home game for him. You can hear the crowd already. That was a good left hand from Ngumbu.
Stop. Turn up. Step back. Come on, guys. Keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean.
I mean, he's in one of those nothing to lose kinds of situations.
Smiling at
Don't hold.
I told you, they're 2 nice guys.
as far as weapon is his lead right. He needs to try to establish that, try to be accurate with his lead right. That's his bread and butter. There he goes. Establish a good jab and push Ngumbu back. He's got to push him back.
Step back. Watch me on here.
And if you push your opponent back in this tiny ring, his back is to the wall.
He's going to run out of room.
Nice work there by Ngumbu.
Yeah, it sure was. He took a right hand for it, but he did a little damage himself first.
Step back. Hey, step back. Watch behind the head.
We've said it
Pay attention to my
up to this
command.
point in the night, but Fonfara is not Willie Pep in there in terms of defense. Doesn't move his head much.
Not at all. I mean, he's the guy that he'll take 3 or 4 shots just to get in there and give one good shot.
Good first round so far for Ngumbu.
He just needs to keep being awkward. That's his style. Make him miss a lot. Set some traps and let him walk right in.
There's an overhand right by Ngumbu.
Overhand, right, and lead rights, hooks.
Don't punch. Hey, listen.
Good first round, I thought.
Don't hit behind the head. That's it. Concentrate on the fight. Forget the audience. You understand? Hey, you gotta work this guy's body more. You're not working the body enough. Don't look for one punch. is very awkward. You hear me?
All right.
You gotta work the body more. Okay? Hey, Doudou, c'est la même chose. Varie 2-3 coups, varie 2-3 coups. Ok? Il met un peu plus de rythme. Doudou, il est à ta portée. Ça va? Allez Doudou, hein? Vas-y, passe-moi, vas-y. Ça va Doudou? Doudou, travaille encore face. Oh, regarde-moi. Là, et mets le bras arrière après. Allez Doudou. Allez Doudou. Let's go.
We come to round two. The show stats very interesting for round one. Surprised me a little bit. Fonfara throwing more shots, landing more power shots. I thought Ngumbu clearly won the round.
Yeah, me too.
His right hands were much more effective to me than Fonfara's.
I do too, and he keeps being effective with that overhand right.
Yes. He's very much in range. And the other thing too about him, and you mentioned Raul, that he has tendency to drop his hands. He's not doing that at all tonight.
Not at all. Fonfara needs to give him a little bit of lateral movement. No, don't stand too, he's too in front of, he's a target there, in front of Ngumbu. That's where he's getting caught. With overhand rights and lead rights, everything. Left hooks. He needs to stop following him around. Aim to the body, then to the head. Because Ngumbu is a hard target to hit to the head. So you gotta chop him down like a tree, aim for the chest. Aim for the body, aim for the shoulders, hit him anywhere. Then the head will come.
Step back.
Good left hand from Ngumbu.
That was a weird, awkward stance. The way he threw that. Did you guys see that?
Step back.
Slapping a little bit there.
Don't do that. Stop. Don't punch. Watch that elbow.
But he's getting there with some consistency. There's Fonfara with overhand right.
Maybe part of Fonfara's problem is that 28 of his last 30 rounds have been against southpaws. He's not used to fighting a right-handed fighter.
Yeah, you asked him about that actually. He said, no problem. We'll see. Left hand from Ngumbu. Slapping left hand, the right hand behind, and then drives Fonfara into the corner.
Stop.
That's the slapping right. He kind of hits him with
Last
the
warning with the
legs
elbow.
too.
Last warning.
He's getting a warning for that. Because if you hit him with the
That's a big right hand.
that counted.
Very important for Ngumbu to put rounds in the back early because you know this crowd won't let Fonfara fade.
Box out of it.
And Fonfara, the knockdown he had against Stevenson came in the ninth round, so you know he's got a little pop left in the late rounds.
He does, and he was behind against Gabriel Campillo as well, and he stopped him late.
So far, Ngumbu is fighting like we saw him yesterday at the fighter meetings because he was very energetic, he was animated. I mean, the way he was talking, you're like, this guy's going to go in there and win. He's doing this in the second round, too.
Well, he's in that glad to be here kind of mode.
Yes, he is.
And he's, so far at least, taking advantage of the opportunity.
Get a rhythm going. Give me the towel, Rick. Hey, baby, watch your elbows. Listen to me.
Action from round two. Raul said that Ngumbu is awkward, herky-jerky. Well, you see it in this round. That was a wild right hand. And there, a cuffing left hand and some follow-up punches by Ngumbu.
Watch that elbow. I'm taking points next time.
But he landed the better shots.
So did I.
Bon point joué, Doudou. Exactement bien.
Just gonna say, do not listen to us.
Passe avec le proche. Ok? Et en bas. Casse-le en bas, Doudou. Casse-le. Doudou. Ok? Le protège là.
So we come to round three. Fonfara in the white trunks and Ngumbu in the baby blue. And Ngumbu's had two very good first couple of rounds. Ngumbu comes to France from the Republic Democratic Republic of the Congo, which formerly, of course, was Zaire, and a little bit of boxing history with Ngumbu being the Congo, which is formerly Zaire.
Yeah, Zaire is like a magic word in the boxing business. Of course, it's 40 years ago that Ali beat Foreman in the Rumble in the Jungle.
Don't punch, step back.
Ngumbu told us his aunt was a round cart girl at that fight.
Suzanne Mapwanga, a ring card girl at that fight, and he lived about 500 yards from there, he said.
Don't punch,
And he used to go run the stairs there to work out. He used to play soccer there as well.
It's a long way from Chicago.
Come on, fight out of there, guys. Fight out of there. Fight clean.
But a good start for him. I mean, whether you gave him those first 2 rounds or not, and they were close rounds, but I gave him to Ngumbu. It started critical on the road.
Stop.
I think he's giving him too much time to think. He needs to be in a hurry and close that gap. I mean, he's giving him too many escape routes. I mean, the guys, Ngumbu's hitting from all angles.
That was a good,
different angles.
that was a good shot. Fonfara kind of fell into Ngumbu that time.
Fonfara's landed his share of shots, no doubt about it. What impresses me about Ngumbu, I've seen a lot of his fights on tape. He's never this aggressive.
There's 2 good jabs from Fonfara that backed Ngumbu off of him. Fonfara's got some power. You can see that almost every time he hits Ngumbu steps back. Good left hand from Fonfara there. And now Fonfara's starting to take control.
Yeah, very precise with that jab and that lead right. That's his weapon here. There goes again, a jab.
Good jab.
Overhand right there. Ngumbu's a stationary target. He's giving everything to Fonfara. That's why Fonfara's connecting.
Step back.
One thing about Fonfara, he does throw straight punches, especially that right hand. There it is again.
Good right hand.
Right down the middle. Doesn't follow with the hook as we talked about in the keys very often.
He step with double, triple jabs, and then the lead right. Then push him back. Push some Ngumbu back. The guy can't fight with him backwards.
Really diverse styles here too. Everything Ngumbu does is big, wide hooks. Everything Fonfara does is straight.
You know what's surprising me in other fights I saw him go for his hands low by the waist. He's not doing this so far.
Réveille-toi, Doudou. Écoute-moi. Dommage. Doudou, écoute-moi. Ce mec, il est grave à ta portée. Alors écoute-moi bien. Réveille-toi, Doudou. Je te jure, il est mort de peur. Il y a tout qui passe. Quand tu mets le crochet gauche, mets la droite et double le crochet gauche. Je double, là, bam, bam, là, 1, 2, 3, et casse-le en bas. Et quand il s'accroche, pivote, et travaille, bam, 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 bam. Doudou en accélérant. Together. Finish with the left hook. You hear me? Finish with the left hook. Hey, double your hook off. Double it off. Prawa ręka podwójnowa będzie pracować na niego. Także...
So round 4 of the scheduled 10-round fight. Best round of the fight in the 3rd for Fonfara. And Ngumbu starts off with a good right hand.
Step back. Keep it clean, guys. Come on.
I remember referee Celestino Ruiz breaking, but this is the 8th fight of Fonfara's that Celestino Ruiz has worked as a referee.
Well, the jab is only a rumor for Ngumbu. But he's been effective with these big wide shots. And he is managing to keep Fonfara off balance. Nice combination there.
You always hear analysts saying straight punches are the best punches. But if your opponent doesn't see the looping shots, then those shots are more effective.
Yeah, they're getting there.
I just missed him. Ngumbu just missed a wild looping shot. He telegraphs a lot of them shots. He lets you know he's coming from far away and all the way. But some of them have connected.
Don't punch. Step back. Hey, keep it clean. Don't do that. Come on. Keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean.
Left tap from Fonfara in the break.
As you said, these guys are both nice guys.
For real. Step back.
See, I'm staying with them. I like both of them. I like talking to both of them. They're interesting guys.
There's been some subtle body work by Fonfara this round.
And he needs more there. There he goes again.
He's that size. He seems to have found something.
And I think he's kind of figured out on Ngumbu's moving patterns. Because the last round, it looked like he had good momentum going. He won the last round. This round, he's catching up to him easier. He's better. He's timing him a lot better.
Stop. Don't punch. Hey, both of you guys. Watch behind the head. Both of you guys. Yeah?
Left hand from Ngumbu that drove Fonfara off.
Wait, step back.
He was helping from far in this round. He's just not throwing a 1-2. He's listening to his corner and San Corona is finishing with the left hook.
Step back.
So he throws a 1-2. Sometimes he changes it up. He throws the left hook to the body or to the head.
Ngumbu's power shots, which is basically everything he throws, seem just a little more forced. Not flowing as freely this round.
Step back. Hey, stop holding.
Very effective jab.
Stop.
And also taking some shots there by Ngumbu.
Well, if you love Bob Dylan, and I know you do, you won't want to miss the new show doc, Lost Songs, The Basement Tapes, continue.
1, 2, 3.
T-Bone called me in and told me that he had these unpublished Dylan lyrics from the time of the Basement Tapes. I said, what are they like?
Here's some lyrics for your songs. Bob Dylan wrote them. No big deal.
A film from director Sam.
I want to see that.
Step back.
I realize Raul's probably too young to remember Bob Dylan. It's depressing.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's depressing.
Don't punch. Step back.
I think we could say the times that have changed.
Yeah, exactly. And Bob Dylan, of course, with a boxing connection with the Hurricane Carlos.
That's right.
Well, this is a pivotal round here because Ngumbu needs to reestablish a little bit of momentum. Nice left hand there.
A little straighter with his punches in this round. Trying to whip a jab.
Good body shot there by Ngumbu.
Uppercut, which he's not thrown before. There's a wide left.
And what you're seeing in from Fonfara is what I talked about in the keys. When he stands right in front of his opponent and isn't punching, he's very easy to hit.
No. Fight on, guys. Fight on. Stop. Get back. Come on.
And that was a good shot. Now Ngumbu's in trouble. And Fonfara jumps him. Looked like a counter right hand, I believe.
Yeah, it looked like both of them were hooking, but Fonfara's hook landed first.
And I think Ngumbu is still in some trouble.
Yeah, he is.
Ngumbu's been down once in his career.
Tries to tie Fonfara up. I think he's still in trouble. Fonfara being very patient. This for an uppercut, chopping right hand. And Ngumbu still in trouble on the ropes. Remember, a very small ring, too. No place to hide. And I still think Ngumbu's legs are a little shaky.
Yeah, he's very wobbly.
His problem right now is there's a lot of time left in this round, still over a minute. Fonfara pouring on.
Yeah, I think Fonfara's being overly patient. Change that lead right to an uppercut. He'll be there for that. The point is to change that lead right to an uppercut. There he is again.
And I think Ngumbu is still in some trouble. I don't think his legs are back under him yet.
Fonfara smartly going to the body with the left hook.
Go back, step back, step back.
When I look at Ngumbu's face now, I see worry.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a joyous guy. He came into the ring that way. He was with us yesterday, joyous. Not right now.
Trying to fight back down. Got there with a couple of shots. There's a straight right hand from Ngumbu that gets there. And Ngumbu, with 5 seconds to survive this round, took another right hand to the top of the head. But he got through it. Midway through our main event here, Barry Tompkins, Steve Farhood, Raul Marquez telling you about it. And it has been a competitive fight so far between Fonfara and Ngumbu. Take a look at the numbers here, Steve.
Well, through round 5, this is the halfway mark, the halfway numbers. The jabs, we thought that was a key if Fonfara could push Ngumbu back with it. Hasn't really been the case, but 47% of the power shots from Fonfara, a lot of them right hand. That's been the difference, 3-2 for Fonfara. There's the left hook that wobbled Ngumbu, and I'll tell you, it happened pretty early in the round, and this was very close to a 10-9 round.
They were both hooking at the same time. Then we'll see Fonfara. He needs to just keep applying that constant pressure, double jab, triple jab, lead rights, and uppercuts. And for Ngumbu, he just needs to make it an ugly fight and stay away from Fonfara's big shots.
Made a nice little comeback at the end of the round, not nearly enough to win the round. And Fonfara urging the crowd on here before the bell to start the 6th round.
Ngumbu's got about a jar's worth of Vaseline on his face right now.
He does.
Looks like he's wearing Halloween makeup.
Don't lean on him, don't lean on him. Let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go.
3 rounds to 2, for what that's worth.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't punch,
For
step back.
Ngumbu to be
Step back,
successful,
step back,
he's got
step
to be
back.
animated in the ring. He's got to be moving all the time. Herky-jerky is what we'll say. See a little
Don't
less
punch,
of that
step
now.
back, step back. Watch it, watch it.
I don't think he has the skills or the balance to fight an orthodox type of fight and beat Fonfara.
I think Fonfara's wearing him down too with the body shots. Stopping him in his tracks. He's forcing him to stand more in front of him. Fonfara's landing some big shots. Hurt him with the lead rights.
Fonfara working the jab now, just trying to keep Ngumbu off the ground. Clearly a little bounce in Fonfara's step now.
I think when Fonfara gets in that little bounce,
Step back, step back, step back, step back,
his shots come off a little bit better. More fluid. A nice body shot there by Fonfara again.
Don't punch, step back. Keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean, keep it clean.
He hasn't
Let's go.
been any infighting in this bout.
No, everything's at long range.
Don't hold him, don't hold him.
see
Fight
why,
on him, fight
because
on him,
now
fight on
on
him,
his
fight
side
on him.
and then
Stop,
Ngumbu
stop,
grab.
stop, stop. Step back, step back. Don't hold him, don't hold him. Let's go. Back. Don't punch, don't punch, don't punch. Both of you guys. Keep it clean. Let's go.
Single shots now by Ngumbu. Only single shots. And you see the total punches landed per round. Double digits for Ngumbu until the 5th round. Now single digits.
There's a good left hand from Fonfara. Final 10 seconds here of round 6.
We need more, you understand?
Okay?
no more punches. You gotta throw that left hand to the body and to the head. To the head. Right hand on the top. Let's go with that left hand, you hear me? Body, head, up the middle. Finish on top with the hook. Let's go and stay with him. Okay? Come on. Check it out. Hold on, get over, Andrej, get over, Andrej. Andrej, get over,
have to find something that hasn't been there for the last couple of rounds.
Too much Vaseline there, wipe that off.
Now they're going to get some of that Vaseline wiped off the face of the Ngumbu.
Come on. Stay there, stay there. Timing! Stop, don't punch, stop. Get off.
Let's talk about Ngumbu. He came in here with an idea, Bruce. He didn't just, try to win the fight by being cute. Sure, they can't run in this small ring, but at least he's trying to give himself the best chance. That's not happening.
That was a wild swing and a miss, big miss by Ngumbu.
Couple of good power shots from Ngumbu early in this round. Bro, we've always heard that when you miss with wild shots, it takes more out of you. Is that true?
Oh, absolutely. You're wasting unnecessary energy there. The more he misses, he's going to tire out, and then the way Fonfara's applying pressure with them body shots and lead rights. That's why Sam Corner wants him to be a little bit more busier. Feels like Fonfara's not being busy enough.
A single shot at a time by Ngumbu, but they're all landing.
They are. Especially that right hand. Fonfara seems there for it.
Fonfara just 1-2 and then a left hook. He needs to come back with more, combinations, put them together, up and down, but work the body, work the up to the head, body, change it up.
Conditioning should be no problem for Fonfara. He's been training in Bear Valley, which is an altitude, of course. He likes it because it gets him away from Chicago and the demands of friends and fans for tickets and that sort of thing. So
which is very coming to the next fight, very frustrating. You find him home trying, everybody wants a ticket.
Good left hook right there, very short hook.
Step back, don't punch, guys.
This round, maybe Fonfara's punches have done more damage. I think Ngumbu's landed the cleaner shots.
Yes, there it is again, right hand. It's consistently there.
Punches and bunches. Nice left hook there. Ngumbu really rallying there, putting the punches together, then setting it up with the big shot.
Combination from Ngumbu gets Fonfara off in the ground. There's a left hand from Ngumbu. That's when Ngumbu gets himself in trouble. He crouches down like that. He's right there for an uppercut.
And when he does that, he needs to hit. Like there, he hit him with an uppercut.
Don't punch, step back.
Just move to the right side to the left. Give him a little bit of movement. Give him a little bit of angle. Don't stand in front of him too much. That's what gives up on power a lot of problems. The movement, the lateral movement, the angles.
Stop, don't punch. Come back.
Not a bad round from Ngumbu.
Get it to Ngumbu.
One of the fans here. Great, as I said, huge Polish population. Polish fans are good. I remember from doing the Olympics several times.
Listen to me.
The greatest
when you go to the body, finish on top. You landed a couple good shots, finish on top. Stand at the right hand. You hear me? Hey, boom, to the chest. He's open on the right side. I'm telling you to do this. Slice it in there. Stand back on top. Yeah, he's open. Touch him. Double your left hook. Yeah, you're not doubling it. Double hit. You go here. Slice it right there. Stand on top. What happened to the shot up the middle?
Occasionally to the head as well, and here we see action from round 7.
Check it out.
There it is. Barry called that a nice short left hook. That's exactly what it was.
So we come to round 8.
Oh, no.
Not the competitive fight that I expected it would be.
Step back. Let him go. Hey, listen to me. It's okay. Watch your head, guys.
And Ngumbu starts this fight in closer quarters than he's been.
Surprisingly, I didn't expect him to get that close to Fonfara.
Step back, step
He's
back,
there
step
for
back, step back,
Fonfara.
step back, step back,
Taking
step back.
advantage of it. And he's there for those left hooks to the body.
Yes.
Right there, bend
Don't
down.
punch, don't punch,
Bend your
step back,
knees,
step back.
get down, but Fonfara doesn't have that kind of style. He's more of a straight up fighter.
Fonfara wants a rematch with Stevenson. He said, figures he needs 3 fights before he gets that.
Hey, listen, stop holding. That's it.
I think if he's going to get it, he's going to have to be impressive in those 3 fights.
Fight out, fight out.
Yeah, I agree. It was the first fight competitive enough to call for a rematch. He had Stevenson on the floor.
Last warning
Stevenson
for
had him on the floor a couple of times early in the fight.
There's that jab that backs him down.
Ngumbu backing up with his head straight up in the air. That would be a big problem if Fonfara times that right hand and catches him.
Step back, step back, step back, step back, step back.
Nice combination again. It was a stationary target for Ngumbu.
Ngumbu's game. He's not making it easy for the home favorites Fonfara.
There's a counter left hand. Fonfara nods his head, said, yeah.
Both of them looking at the same time again. This time, Ngumbu is the one that
Fight out,
landed.
guys, fight out.
Long left hand from Fonfara.
Yeah, Ngumbu backed up with his hand by his sides.
Good body shot from Fonfara.
Now he's going to make him. He's confident.
He is. I know you want to excite the fans here.
That is the name
Step back,
Andrew
step back, step back, step back, step back,
Yes, I
step
know.
back.
That's all I'll say about that.
Good release. I used to room with Andrew Bilal.
You know it. Actually, Ngumbu having a pretty good round here.
Don't punch.
Well, he should be up to 10 hard rounds. He's been 10 rounds or more 7 times.
Fight out, fight out. Stop, step
Young
back, step back, step back,
32
step
years
back.
old.
Hey.
Well, as I said, didn't lace up a pair of boxing gloves till he was 18.
We talk about the light heavyweight division. Got Hopkins fighting Kovalev very shortly in a major showdown. Adonis Stevenson, based on what he did a year ago or so, is the #1 rated fighter. You see Fonfara, I have him #10. A fighter to watch out for is the #7 fighter, Artur Beterbiev. That's how it's said. He's only had 6 fights. He knocked out Tavoris Cloud in 2 rounds in his last fight. So it's a pretty strong division. Of course, when Kovalev fights Hopkins, I would think the winner would pass Stevenson into the #1 spot. And good, strong division with a lot of good fights coming up. So take a look at action from round 8. That was the left hook, I think, where Fonfara nodded his head and smiled.
Step back, step back. Step back, step back, step back, step back.
Well, 6 minutes of boxing remaining in this one, and it could still be there for the taking for either man.
Don't punch, step back, step back, step back. Hey guys, come on, man. Don't let me be the judge of this fight. You guys better stop holding, all right? Let's go. Box.
Of course, Ngumbu has no idea what the referee just said to him. He speaks only French. That was a right to the body and then a right uppercut. Interesting combination from Ngumbu.
Turning around and comes back and he lands.
Yeah, he did. With a combination. Don't want to get too cute.
Don't punch, step back, step back, step back, step back, guys, step back, guys, step back, step back.
Yeah.
He's loose in there. And he looks like that, everything flows.
I think Ngumbu's fighting about as well as he can fight. Whether it's good enough to win, well,
Step back, step back, step back, step back, step back, step back.
it's a controlled performance for him. He's landed
Don't punch,
plenty of
don't punch,
shots.
don't
He's
punch,
not a
step
good
back, step back.
puncher.
Keep your head up, keep your head up.
putting his punches together.
Just missed though that left hand.
You know, that keeps the momentum going. It was a 4-5 punch combination. Got to push him back, keep it going. Don't let him breathe. Let him run out of room, let him run out of air.
Step back.
Ngumbu reacts to the punches by making faces. All that does is pump the crowd up.
Don't punch. Stop. Get back. Don't punch. Stop punching. Get off. Hey, listen. One more time. Keep your head up. Come on. Don't. Fight out. Step back. Come on.
Gets hit by some of the shots. And he's got no upward body movement. He's just very straight up.
Still long range punching from Ngumbu.
More consistent with his attack.
Watch your hand. Let's go.
Or dynamic with it.
Doudou. Tiens, mouille-moi ce protège-là. Oh, ça va ou quoi? Doudou. Réveille-toi. Il est haut. Doudou. Faut te réveiller là. Il reste une reprise. Hey, we gotta give this guy an 8 count. You hear me? Don't pick it up. You need to pick the top. Hear me? You let him get off first. You gotta get off first. Push him back. Doudou. Allez. Okay. Hein? Ouais. No. You gotta start picking it up. And then your knees going in. You let them get off first. You gotta get off first. Stay on their body. Come on, ouais. C'est le dernier round. Let's go. Keep it clean, guys. Keep this last round clean.
10th and final round.
Not behind the head.
Pretty competitive fight.
Sure has. Fonfara had like 3 points, 87-84 after that.
As do I.
Got an 88-84.
Ngumbu, 316 punches thrown through the hands. Probably just not enough. He's on the road. You have to work a lot to get the scores.
No.
When you're on the road and you're not punching a lot. It's tough. It's tough to win that way.
No.
Another 4-punch, 5-punch combination.
Yeah, beautiful. That's a good rhythm there. Really putting his punches together. Just gotta let him flow. Every punch doesn't have to be hard. He throws a good snappy jab, double, triple jab, then a hard lead down the middle, but he needs more combinations like that.
And speaking of jabs, look at Ngumbu's jab, not a connect for the past 4 rounds with the jab.
Fight out, guys.
That's just abandoning the punch altogether.
I don't remember him throwing that many, to be honest with you.
Get back.
Well, you can make the argument that the most significant and effective punch in this fight has been the left hook to the body of Fonfara.
I agree.
He just got caught there by left hook by Ngumbu.
One punch.
Step back. Ngumbu doesn't have enough power.
Come on, let's go.
And on top of that, Fonfara takes a great shot. Got a good chin.
Good fight for Fonfara, though. Ngumbu really made him work here. Nice right hand from Fonfara. Fonfara now gets Ngumbu against the ropes once again. I don't think Ngumbu's hurt, however.
No.
Well, after you fought Adonis Stevenson, your next opponent, of course, is going to be of a lower grade, and that's the case here. But Fonfara needed to get back on the winning side. We think he did that.
but not without a test. I thought it was pretty good. This is probably the best round of the fight for Fonfara. Might have hurt Ngumbu that time. 10 seconds left.
Well, he picked up his activity rate. He threw a lot of punches in this round. Look how busy he is. All the way to the end.
That's it. But I think Fonfara finished it with an exclamation point. Got to give it up for Doudou Ngumbu. He came here and gave himself the best chance to win. It just wasn't going to happen, I don't think.
I agree. I think he gave a great effort. He's not the most polished guy in the world. He's an experienced guy.
Final numbers, Steve?
The jabs, well, Fonfara ended up with a pretty significant, look at the number of jabs thrown. Fonfara 247, and the power shots, relatively close, 29 more shots landed, but Fonfara just cleaner, did the only body work in the fight with the left hook, which we said he needed to use, and he had a big 10th round. He had 27 connects in the final round, his high for the fight.
Yeah, I thought his best round of the fight, actually. Well, it is in the hands of the judges, and I'm not going to guess this time. I'm done with that. That's all I can say.
I'm getting under the table if they give it to Ngumbu, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Big crowd favorite, of course, is Andrej Fonfara, and we think he did enough to win this fight and take the next step forward. We'll find out. All right, we'll take it to the center of the ring, and Thomas Triber will make the official decision. Here's Thomas.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Mauro Di Fiore scores it 98-92, and both judges Michael Pernick and Scott Dexter are in agreement, scoring it the same 97-93, all in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Andrew the Polish Prince Fonfara.
What's the drip? You have a win, huh? Well, there's your winner, Andrej Fonfara, and he did what he set out to do. He pleased the crowd here, and I thought he got better as the fight went on.
He sure did, and finishing the way he did, I think, was important for him, both for the fans and for himself and for his own credibility. We're taking a look at a little bit of a highlight package from this fight. Fonfara, best known as a right-handed puncher, but he hit Ngumbu a couple of times with his left hand. There you see the best left hook of the fight for Fonfara in round 5. He came very close. That was almost a 10-8 round, actually. Ngumbu landed single shots, but he just didn't have the work rate that Fonfara did. Fonfara was more consistent throughout the fight. Small ring, he knew they'd fight. No knockdown there. And then Ngumbu slowing down, throwing fewer and fewer punches, and Fonfara with a big 10th round. Shots to the head and body. And that was enough to get him 7 of the 10 rounds on 2 of the cards.
But I think, Raul, it's fair to say that Ngumbu gave him a pretty good test. I mean, this is a guy, unknown quantity, came here, really tried to win the fight, and for a couple of rounds, looked like he might.
Yeah, I mean, he made him work, and that's what Fonfara's team was looking for. You know, he worked hard 10 rounds. He got back on the winning track.
coming off a great performance against Adonis Stevenson, even though he lost. But you know, this guy Fonfara, he's in a hot weight division. There's a lot of names. I know he wants to fight with Adonis Stevenson, but it's going to take more fights, maybe 2 or 3. That's if Stevenson gives him the shot. But he makes for exciting fights. The guy comes to fight, and I'm sure one of